Hey guys, and welcome back to Brexit Britain, a country that decided to play chicken with a 44-ton lorry whilst driving a Mini. And no, not the new German Mini, but the old Austin Mini. At least it was a Cooper. Good old fashioned British Cooper. And also, welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you for all of your messages here, and a special thanks here to everybody who has signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed with so much people that have signed up. So thank you so much for that. Right? I'll go through all the messages here. I'll answer as many as I can, but I will write all the messages for definite, even the ones who disagree with me. Right, so look, I'm going to try and get through this right without laughing at all because this is because none of this is funny really, right? And it's politics, right? So as you know, we've just gone through Boris Johnson's one of his worst speeches. I think yeah, because of like I think that the warm, cuddly Boris that people like to call him all over the world, right? I think that. I'm just wondering, because this man is just doing so much damage, and he's I mean, the damage what he's doing, you can't really call that man warm and cuddly at all. Do you know what I mean? He seems cruel and calculated, right? But yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, after like one of the worst Tory speeches we have ever heard, Prime Minister speeches we've ever heard, right? Um, even Theresa May, was coughing all over the place, and bits of the stage falling down behind her, people coming up and handing her notes and that. If I was the Prime Minister, someone come up on stage and hand me a note, I would order the armed police to shoot that motherfucker right there. Right? I don't care what you're handing me. I don't care what it's for. Right? I'll say, what are you doing? I shoot you. Right? Yeah. So Theresa May, right, a woman, right? And you think, you know what? Theresa May, right, was quick to say, you know what? I'll press the nuclear button. Where's the? Give me the button now. I'll press it now. Right? And she allowed that man to come up on stage and do that. Well, she should have karate kicked his ass or something. Well, she should have done something. Them two should have ended up in a fist fight. Right? That's what she should. That's what she should have done, and she'd have still been prime minister now. Right? But so Boris Johnson's speech, yeah, one of the worst speeches, yeah, that we have heard from a prime minister, right? People's life is going down the toilet in this country, right? There's companies who are using who are using gas for their production, right? And they are is screaming out they're in real problems, right? £20 just taken off the lowest earners, right? London. I think it's okay not around the rest of the country, yeah, with the petrol situation, but it's not so in London. But I bet I gather right that the blue was like, oh god, I can't believe it. We're so happy. Look, we fucked them up. We finally fucked them up in London. We finally got them. So our petrol situation, our petrol situation in London is not good. It's not a good look, right? And with all of this going on, Boris Johnson has pissed off to Spain. Him and his family have pissed off to Spain on holiday. I believe until Thursday. I guarantee you, yeah, that Boris Johnson is staying in a resort, yeah, that you benefit Tories can only dream of, right? And even when you're dreaming of it, right, it's expensive for you in your dream, right? Even then, and Boris Johnson, he gets to stay at these places for free, right? Because some idiot donor or whoever will be paying for that for Boris Johnson. That's how Boris Johnson lives. You know what I mean? All his child support. One of the Tory donors is paying for his fucking child support. He gets thousands of pounds worth of food, right? But unfortunately, the armed police here will not let his fast food pizzas through the gates. Right, so he just has to settle right with all the extremely posh food that he gets sent every week. Thousands of pounds worth of posh food. Like I can't remember the name of the company, yeah, but this company who give Boris Johnson this food, yeah, is they do like a ready meal type thing, yeah, but it's not your ready meal that you would get from like your normal run of the mill supermarket, right? These are ready meals that are fit for a king or queen, right? That's what kind of ready meals that he's being sent, right? But I can't remember what the name of the company is, right? But for you to, if you was buying their food off them, it would be costing you thousands of pounds a week because it's expensive, right? Very, very expensive. You're probably talking, you're probably talking about 85, 90 pounds a meal. Do you know what I mean? So it works out to be very expensive when you're talking about for four people. Hold on, three people. Three. Has she had to have a baby yet? I don't know. I don't really keep up with that, right? But it works out to be very, very expensive. But the armed police still will not let Boris Johnson's pizzas through the gates, right? Because you know what? They said, you know what, your ass is too fucking tubby, right? So you can't eat no more pizza. You need to have some workouts about pizza, right? So yeah, so Boris Johnson has decided, right, in all his, with the fantastic job he's doing of fucking the country up, he's decided, you know what, this is the right time for me to go on holiday. Tell me something, yeah? Has Boris Johnson not sufficiently taken the piss enough yet? Right? Are you telling me, yeah, at this point, right, Boris Johnson should be going on holiday? Seriously? Actually, I'm not supposed to be laughing at it, right? Seriously, right? Is this what you benefit Tories? I mean, I suppose you could probably just go off on holiday yourself, innit, if you wanted to right now. Suppose you could, right? Or are you like the rest of us who's saying, I can't have a fucking holiday now? How the fuck is our Prime Minister gone on fucking holiday? I'm sure it's only been something like, I don't know, maybe 35 days since his last holiday? Wow. Can you believe that? Right? And these people, right, tell you how hard they work. How hard they fucking work. These people don't work fucking hard. These people, I mean, listen. The only one who was always working hard was Matt Hancock. The only one, always working hard. Anyway, right? I don't know. Seriously, there must be something seriously wrong with you people. Right? You put Boris Johnson in charge of this country. Right? A man, right, so incompetent, right? He would make Frank Spencer look professional. Right? And that man is in charge of this country. Right? A man that would make Mr. Bean look exceptional. That man is in charge of this country. And you know something? He is so confident, right, in his vote that he said, you know what? After that speech, right, didn't really speak about anybody's problems that they're having in this country, but I can just fuck off to Spain, right, for how many? For what? 7 or 8 days. Seriously, but this is who we are. This is what we're doing, and oh my God! You know something? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the pig story. No, Boris Johnson was making a fool of himself over pigs last week. Yeah, Andrew Marr really made him look like a real fool, right? When Boris Johnson didn't understand what the actual question was. The question was, instead of pigs being slaughtered to be, to go into the food chain, right? They're being culled. Right. So Boris Johnson didn't know the difference between a cull and slaughter. Right now, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. Right. So you work out for yourself what I am. Right. But I'm distraught that we've got animals being killed. Right. And they're not being put into the food chain. Do you know what I mean? I thought that was the whole reason for us breeding and killing these animals. We shouldn't be breeding animals just to kill them for no reason. Right, that's quite a disgusting thing to be in this situation. Do you know what I mean? And I put that down to you Brexiters. I put all of this down to you Brexiters. This, and you Tory voters. This is all on you. Right, we've got perfectly good animals being culled. Right, and then either being the corpse being buried or being burnt. Right, this is a disgusting situation. Right? This shouldn't be happening. It should never ever be happening. Right? They haven't got enough butchers to deal with the animals. They haven't got enough drivers to drive the animals to the abattoirs. The abattoirs are all full up. Right? So these pigs are getting too big on the farms. Right? So the farmers are having to basically kill them themselves. Sorry. There's even talk, yeah, of the army being called in to help with the cull. Right. That's the situation in Brexit Britain. Right. And now, right, we're importing loads of I believe loads of German pork into this country. Imagine that. Right. We're destroying our farming industry. Right. But you know something? Britain is still a massive eater, right, of pork products. But we're destroying our industries, destroying our own industries, so we can buy from everywhere else in the world. What a ridiculous situation this is. This situation, right, is the most ridiculous situation, right, since Brexit. even though it's locked up in Brexit, it's the most ridiculous situation since Brexit. Right? Killing perfectly good animals, right? When these animals should be going to the food chain, right, is just wrong on so many different levels. So many different levels. Just completely wrong. You know, completely wrong. I'm going to do a video later on, yeah, on the whole pig farming thing. So I really want you to watch that one as well, right? But so now, right, at the end of Boris Johnson's speech, he went off to like British indie band Friendly Fires, right? And Friendly Fires has said, yeah, don't you be using our song again, right? Don't you dare ever use our song again, right? Right, their song is called Cassette Blue. They said if they wanted the Tories to use our song, we would have called it a bunch of blue wasters. Don't be using their song, man. You check with these people before you start using their song, because next thing you know, people are thinking to themselves, this indie band, they're Tories. They're not Tories. They don't want you using their song. Don't use their song. How dare you, right? And now let's speak about a bit of Brexit. What a complete shit show, right? Everything, everything in this country, yeah, is just going to pot. There is right problems in every single industry. You name an industry, right, and you can name a problem within that industry. Everywhere there's problems, right? Intel, right, was they was building. I don't know if it's a new factory or whatever they was building in this country, right? They decide, yeah, and this was, I think, it ran into a few £1 billion. The whole project. I think it was actually tens of billions it ran into, right? And because of Brexit, you Brexiters, right? You Tory TiVos, right? You know you benefit Tories, you working class Tories, even you real Tories as well. Right? I'm talking about the ones who have got the fucking swimming pool in your fucking house, right? And you've got the fucking big double fronted property, right? That's the ones you're included in this as well, okay? Because normally you get away, because you know what, you're a real Tory, so I can't blame you for voting for the Tories. But on this occasion, you know what? I'm going to say, you know what? All of you people knew exactly what you was voting for, right? And you still decided, right? You still decided, you know what? Right? This is going to be good for the country, even though we told you, you know something? It's going to fuck the country over. You still decided, you know what? That vote that's what we're going to vote. We're going to take the racist route. And the reason why I say that, because you know why? Because every single racist voted for Brexit. Right? And if you say, you know what, I'm not a racist, why the fuck would you join in with them? You knew that's what we were saying. We were saying it's all racist. But you're saying, well, I'm not racist. I'm voting for sovereignty. Fuck off. I'm voting to. Well, as soon as you said the controlling of the borders, then straight away we know where you are. Do you know what I mean? The unelected bureaucrats. Shut up, right? So you people, right, hold your heads in shame, right? Because Intel are not building their factory over here now. Right? They're taking their ass into the EU to build their factory. Okay, so that right there, yeah, is hundreds, possibly thousands of jobs that would have been coming to this country, right? And because of your stinking, dirty racism, right, it's not coming here now. So how the fuck do you feel now? You Brexiters and you Tories. How the hell do you feel now? Do you sufficiently feel stupid enough? Do you sufficiently feel that you've done so much damage to this country, right? That you should hold your head in shame. You should walk around with your neck like this all fucking day, right? For the rest of your fucking life. Your neck should be permanently there, right? Feel ashamed of yourself. Seriously, feel ashamed of yourself, right? You've made Britain an unattractive place, completely unattractive, right? Nobody wants to come and work here. Nobody wants to come and build factories or build firms over here, and that is down to you, dirty, stinking Brexiters. I hope you're fucking happy with yourself. This, my friends, is by any means necessary. Me, MC John Ribs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Comments below.